Yo, we're back. We're back on the walk and talk adventures of Corey the Kiwi, and I'm in Calgary in Canada, which is super exciting because first time in Canada, first time in this whole continent, the North American continent. So I'm very interested to see what it's like here, what the people are like. I'm on a bit of a mission tonight because I need to go and buy a new phone. My phone is so old. I think I bought it in 2020 and it's just not up to the job anymore. Plus we're going to be seeing some amazing things in Canada as we explore around. We're going into the Rockies from here. Calgary is the gateway to the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies. So yeah, we're going to be heading west from Calgary in a few days, and we're going to be trying to do some new things such as skiing, ice skating on frozen lakes. There's going to be a lot of new and exciting, interesting experiences, and I guess you'll be able to see some of that here, but you might even head over to our other channel, CJ Explores, and you can see some of those more edited videos as well. But yeah, Calgary seems like a bit of a centre for business. It seems like a very businessy city. We actually celebrated our anniversary here yesterday, which was super nice. We went up the Calgary Tower, which is like one of these like needle towers, and it was a really nice lunch. We're still dealing with a little bit of jet lag because we were in the UK before, and I think it's about 7 hours time difference. And yeah, we had lunch at 2:30, but it was really like night time for us. It was like dinner time, so we were struggling to stay awake during lunch. Now I'm on my way to try and find a metro because I need to get to a shopping centre. Something I've learnt about Calgary since we got here is these passageways across these buildings. I noticed that they're like all throughout the city. These fully enclosed, covered passageways that link the buildings together. Now, I was like, that's really interesting. Like, there's lots of them. I don't know if like the buildings are owned by the same people or what's going on, but I found out that it's for the business people and for the public as well, so you can go between all the different buildings in Calgary without stepping foot outside. So like you can get from one side of the downtown city centre to the other without stepping foot outside, and that's obviously really good if you're like, I don't know, don't want to go outside, or you just don't want to put a jacket on, because that's one of the things that I find so annoying when you're like in a wintry destination. You wrap up so warm to go outside, but then you're like walking down or like leaving the hotel and you're so hot because you've got all your layers on. Then you get outside and it's like good temperature again, but then you go into a shop or something and then it's like way too hot again. So it's like, there's no like easy way to balance. But yeah, this is like the solution, I guess. They get minus 40 degrees here sometimes, so it's like super cold, and yeah, you wouldn't want to be outside in that. So this is how they get around. But yeah, like I said, you can go from one side of the city centre to the other, and in the buildings, so on each end of the buildings, those are like kind of public areas, whether that's like cafes or there might be like barbers or restaurants. We haven't gone to check out all of those yet, like what's inside those areas, but I'm kind of fascinated with this concept. So no doubt we'll go and check it out when we film our video here in Calgary for our other channel. But I've got to take a metro tram now. We're going to head to the south of the city. There's an Apple store in one of the malls, and it's just gone 6 p.m. It might be about 6:30 now. It doesn't shut till 9 o'clock. So we'll go on a bit of a mission. But you can see what I mean here, like this is a very business centric kind of a city. It does feel like it's all business buildings, a little bit of like inner city apartments, but yeah, a lot for business. We didn't really plan too much. We kind of just wanted to get to Calgary because we knew that from Calgary you can get into the Rockies and see all the beautiful mountains and do the frozen lakes and everything. So that's why we wanted to use it as a bit of a jump off point for our Canadian adventures. But yeah, we didn't really look into Calgary too much. I have got a friend here actually, hoping to catch up with him before we leave. But yeah, Calgary is... The other thing that we noticed about Calgary was we were up the tower, which is quite high up. You can see like the grid lines of the city. These places that were like colonized much later than other parts of the world, like Europe, you know, civilized kind of like structured city engineers, city construction and stuff like that. These places have these like grid line kind of layouts, and yeah, I don't think it's as interesting to walk around, to be completely honest. I like winding around like a medieval street. I find it much more interesting, you know, if you're like in like Spain or France, Italy, and you're in these old like historic cities or towns, you can just get lost in the streets, and I think that's really special about those places. These like little lanes and alleyways are probably, you know, I guess the cities kind of like grew up around these paths and tracks over the years, but then places like this, it was like right from the start, right, there's going to be like a railway line here, and you're kind of confined by the river that goes around Calgary, and then within that it's just like, right, we'll just do some hatches, some ups and downs and side to sides on the streets. Oh, I think that might be my tram. But yeah, so far I've had good experiences with local Canadians. The guy who was waiting on us yesterday was like super nice, gave us loads of tips about, you know, things to do here, where to go, what to see, best ways to get around and stuff. I'm going to run across this. What else have we done? Any interactions with local people? Not too many really, just the restaurant experience, but yeah, people seem fairly nice. Alright, I've got to figure out this. Touch screen. Valid for 90 minutes. Cool, that's easy. $4. And the currency here is pretty similar to the Australian dollar. Alright, we're on. So the other thing that we've learnt about Calgary is it's a real like foodie, drinking kind of a place. There's like a real nightlife here that really do go hard with food and restaurants. There's heaps and heaps around the city centre and even outside of the city centre as well. So we're definitely going to have to try and find some of those really nice restaurants as well as we explore. Alright, we're off. So if you're wondering why I've come all the way to Canada to buy a phone when I could have bought a phone anywhere else I've been recently, it's one of the cheapest places to get like a new iPhone, apart from America, which is the cheapest. But basically I'm saving about £200 or 400 New Zealand or Australian dollars to buy it here rather than buying it in the UK. So it makes sense. And with the money that I save, might upgrade the memory, get a really nice new phone, one that's going to last for a few more years. Yeah, the one that I've gotten now, it's just not up to scratch. It doesn't do multiple apps. The memory, the battery, it's all shocking. So I'm very excited about getting a new phone. I'm a bit of a phone or a tech geek, so exciting times for me. But yeah, we've come quite a way out to the south, but I guess this is like one of the main shopping areas in Calgary, the Chinook Centre. I don't know if you can see that in the distance, but big shopping centre there. It's got all the big stores. So we'll go and suss out, see if we can find the Apple store and upgrade my gear. It does feel weird to be in a new country. Like, I haven't ever been to this side of the world, and it's quite far from home. But yeah, there's things that I'm like a bit nervous about, things that we don't know, like the whole tipping thing. Oh my goodness. We've just been having dilemmas with tipping. I don't think it's as big a thing here in Canada as it is in America, but I think you still got a tip. But the thing is, you get like asked to tip on everything. So like, you know, when you get like your food delivery, or if you're buying coffees, and I feel like you could just tip all of your money away if you wanted to. It's just like everything is like tip, 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 tip. So we gotta figure it out. We gotta talk to some locals about it and see what the actual like norm is, I guess. Because yeah, we don't want to be spending all our money on chips if we don't have to. But yeah, obviously with going out to a nice restaurant, you know, anniversary meal, that was a tippable occasion. And we had good service there as well. The restaurant at the top of that tower, it actually did a full 360. So you're sitting there eating, and as you're eating, the restaurant's spinning around. Just the floor, it's like a turntable floor around the restaurant. And it's quite cool because one side of Calgary is just like flat, super flat prairie lands. Then the other side of Calgary, you've just got the mountain chain, the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies. And yeah, it's like such a difference. But you get to see it all from up there, and being up there, you're like in amongst all of the skyscrapers in the city. Thank you. Right, I think I'm going the right way. I'm going up. And Canada is just built for cars. I think it's going to be the same in America as well. The streets are so wide. It's like 4 lanes on each street. 4 lanes on each direction. Straight into the food hall. I've just had dinner though. I'm going to go check out what the options are though. I do want to know, because we are planning to do like a big road trip around Canada, so I do want to know the fast food options, and if they have sometimes in some places like KFC will have some like vegetarian options, so it'll be good to know. And there's going to be some new places that we don't even know about yet. No veggie options at KFC. There's some familiar stores here. I did not expect to see a Mountain Warehouse. That's quite good and handy. But I need to find us a Apple store. That's what we're after. I might need to find one of those like information boards. Is it me, or are malls all over the world like it's just all turning into the same thing? I feel like I could be in Brisbane or Sydney or New Zealand somewhere. It's all exactly the same layout. Here we go. I go down, somewhere downstairs. I'll figure it out. Oh, Rod and Gun, New Zealand. Look at that. A little taste of home. I do need to get some new clothes actually. We need to get some layers for our trip into the mountains.
There we go. Do you need a bag or just want to pop it right in?
I'll just chuck it in my bag, man.
Do
Cool.
you have any questions for me?
No, it's all good, man. I'm all good. Thank you so much. Cheers, bro. All right, we got it. We got the goods. So, could just head straight home now. I might just have a little wander around the store, the mall. By the way, I'm already so lost in here. No idea where I came in from. But yeah, for our trip through the Rockies, I've been doing a bit of research and I want to go for some good layers. Get a good like base layer, then a fleece layer, and then a bit of a insulation layer, and then a shell layer. I've heard that's the best way to do it. And then when you're hiking around, you can just sort of take a layer off if you get too hot and put layers back on as you get too cold. So I think that's going to be the plan, but I haven't really found a good shop to layer up. Maybe, because I want to get good quality stuff as well, you know. I don't just want to get crap that doesn't keep you warm or doesn't wick sweat away from your body and all that kind of stuff. There's so many things you have to worry about when you're dressing in the cold weather. Man, this mall is huge though. There's a lot of New Zealand stores here. Merino wool. Maybe that's a nice jumper, isn't it? I'm gonna have a look. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Is there any on sale at the moment?
Yeah, I have.
Special discount for a real Kiwi?
I wish I could see it.
Come all the way to Canada to
Yeah.
buy my own country's clothes.
But they're cheaper here.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's something I found so many times. Like so many people from New Zealand like, oh,
Yeah.
this is much cheaper than we would pay.
Yeah.
Because we also pay 5% tax and you guys pay, I think, 15.
I can't remember.
Sometimes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So,
I think my biggest challenge at the moment is finding stuff that's like not crazy expensive. I don't know, like the prices here for clothes seems like a little bit, I don't know, really, really high. Like for like thermals, they're in the store, they're like 200 to Canadian dollars. It's just crazy. And then other stores where we've been looking around in like Calgary city centre and stuff, like some of the stores are selling like pieces of clothing for like $800 for like a long trench coat. Just, I don't know, I've not really experienced places with prices that high recently. But I'm going to check out Mountain Warehouse. Maybe we can have a look in Jack Jones as well and just see if they have any like layer options that we can get. Let's take a look. I'm just browsing, dude.
Sure.
Yeah,
If you have
yeah.
any questions, just give me a shout, okay, man?
Thanks, man. Couple of teas. I'm in a shopping mood. It's dangerous. Oh dear. I'll have a quick look at Mountain Warehouse, see for some layers. Usually prices are cheaper in here. Well, in the UK they are. Sales pretty good. They're from 100 down to 50. Alright, that's us. Shopping mission complete. Got a nice new phone. Spent a lot of money. Got some new clothes as well. We were restricted with our luggage coming over. We only had 23 kilos each, so we kind of had to cull a little bit and just take a few bits and pieces. We decided to buy stuff when we were here, so it's a couple of pieces ticked off the list at least. But yeah, I've got I think another 20 minutes to get back on the tram. The ticket lasts for an hour and a half, and then I can get back to the main city centre where we're staying. And I'm excited to see more and more of Calgary. This is a bit of a short video. I've been honestly, I'm so out of practice. We haven't been filming for like, man, it's been a while, and I need to get back into it. But I'm sure once we get out and about, we start exploring around Calgary and doing some filming for our other channel, I'll get back into the swing of things. It's one of those weird things where, like, you know, they say that about like languages. If you don't like use it, you'll lose the language. And I feel like vlogging is the same as that. Maybe not for everyone, but my age, my generation, I think if you don't do it, you definitely get worse at it. But yeah, let's go jump back on the tram. We'll head back into the city and go and play with my new toy. Alright, we did it, mission complete. Expensive mission, but mission complete. Oh look, we've got a bit of snow. It's been really warm here in Calgary over the past week or so. So there hasn't been any new snow, but there's a little bit here in the park. But yeah, it's been like 15 degrees in the daytime, which at this time of year I think is quite weird. And so I think they're kind of hoping for a bit more cold weather so it all goes back to normal. Oh my god, there's a bunny. There's a white bunny in the middle of the city. What the heck? Can you see that? So random. So random. Why is there a bunny there? Where in the middle of this city does that bunny live? How bizarre. But yeah, this is it. This is Calgary. So we were having a bit of a struggle to find some decent places to like get coffee and stuff the other day. But I think the problem that we had was we weren't going into those upper level those like crosswalks across above the street. So I think when we go out next time in the daytime, we'll try and get up onto this it's got a special name. It's like 15th Street or something like that. It's like there's a name for it. And yeah, all across Calgary you can just like traverse all of the buildings without ever going onto the street level. And yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion that there's a lot of very good cafes and things in these areas which we didn't get to see. So yeah, we'll explore more of that this week. Got a few more days here in Calgary, and then we're picking up a rental car and we're heading west, and that is going to be when it gets really cold. But I'm quite excited for all the ice skating and all the winter activities around the mountains and stuff. So yeah, there will be some more videos on this channel from these random little ski towns and stuff that we go to. We've heard a lot of good things about them. We've heard there's a lot of Australians there, so we're gonna hopefully meet a lot of Aussies, which will be kind of cool. And yeah, we're just gonna have fun, just and enjoy Canada. And then we've actually got a house set lined up for when we get to Vancouver. So yeah, when we get to Vancouver, we've got a house set, and then I don't know what we're going to do from there, but we definitely want to see all around Vancouver. And then Vancouver Island is supposed to be really, really nice as well. So we're just going to try and see as much of Canada as we can. And excitingly, we've got a few things lined up already with tourism boards in the mountains in the Rockies. So yeah, lots of fun. We'll be able to do a lot more than we normally would because we're getting supported by the tourism boards, providing us with some activities and experiences, which is a perk of the job. But obviously we got to work for it. We got to make sure that we capture all the content while we're there and make it all look very good and fun and not too dangerous, and encourage others to go and have similar experiences. But yeah, that's it. I think this is probably where we're going to wrap it up. So thanks for checking in again, and I guess I'll see you guys next time somewhere west of here, west of Calgary, maybe in the Rockies. Alright, take care. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you then. Bye.